Court. This is Dork Court. We're going to judge you harshly, like dorks.
Hey, Randall.
Hey, Larry.
That's Mark Finn. That's so funny. I never get sick of that.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Welcome to Dork Court. Anyway, what's going on, man? Haven't talked to you. You had a good Christmas and New Year's?
It was okay.
It was okay. You know,
yeah.
Who has a good time at Christmas? Nobody. Just us.
Just the 1%.
It's the 1%. Well, we were able to have a good time because we watched Sicario, right?
Yes. I watched.
I got notes.
Sweet.
I really like that movie.
Oh, it was great, man. I mean, I Denny Villeneuve, however you say his name.
Yeah, man. He's French. Who knows? Could be anything.
He's very up there with, in my opinion, with Christopher Nolan. Like every movie these guys are making, it's like great.
Well, don't say that, because what's a great Christopher Nolan movie?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You're supposed to say Inception. Inception is fantastic. That movie.
Oh, I love Inception.
That's smoking. You can tell him and his brother took 15 years to do that screenplay.
Yeah.
Because everything lines up and it's great.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody who doesn't agree with me is wrong. So do you want to just start talking about that, or do you want to tell you like what kind of mood you're in and what we did today and that kind of thing? Want to lube everybody up into what's happening?
Give a little bit of a mood. 2026 is not starting off great.
Yeah, but you got your troubles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Business as usual.
That's what I mean. It's like, how are you just not used to this?
I know. I feel like a punching bag. I feel like a punching bag. I will get to that point one day. I'll be the old man that's like not fazed by anything. It's like I've been through it all.
What are you saying? It's me and Benicio del Toro, right?
It's just another Tuesday.
Yeah. We had a good time. It's a blast having Walker in the house. Because his film school thing, they do this cool thing called intercession. And so there's he's been home since the middle of December, and he's going to be home for basically 5 weeks. And in that 5 weeks at school, they run a class. And that's all you do for those 5 weeks. You take during the school year, you take your class meets once or twice a week, right?
Right.
But during the intercession, the class that you only have one class and it meets every day. So you crush, semesters worth of work in 5 weeks for a class. So it's really good if you're like super into film and you have to get rid of your, math perk or your perquisite or your sciences or something. You don't give a fuck. So like Walker's like, I have to take French, but I'd rather come home. And I'm like, I'd rather you come home too, pal. And so we've just been having a fucking blast. That's like he's gonna do it later, but like first year, dude, come home over the holidays. Have your mom will bake you cookies, your dad will talk trash with you. Yeah. And he's lucky a couple of his buddies live in San Jose.
Yeah.
So he drove down on New Year's Day and met up with them and played bowling, did some bowling, and he's been having a blast. But today, the reason I bring all that up is today Monday Mimi went back to work, so we've been pretty good about just we're recovering from the holidays, right? Like we took the tree down, we recycled that, we did took all this stuff down. We took today we took the all the decorations in the front of the house down, but we've been working. And so he gets up this morning and goes, "Hey, I'm dying to see Anaconda. Can we figure that out?" And I went, boop, 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 boop. We can, if we leave in 20 minutes, we can see the first show. And so we grabbed some breakfast bars and saw Anaconda. And on the way out, I told him, I was like, man, I'm always giving Randall shit for not talking about the movie. And Sicario is fantastic, but like I could do an hour on Anaconda right now. Like,
that's good.
Holy shit, is that movie?
I mean, Jack Black,
look at fucking Chris making fun of me. Perquisite? I don't know how to say it, man. I don't know. I always want to say Yeah, it is. It's prerequisite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perquisite is a perk. You know. I've been out of academia so long. Fuck you, academics. Not John Price, but he knows how I feel. I'm somebody called me anti-intellectual, and I'm like, hey man, I'm not anti-intellectual. I'm mad that there aren't more people like addressing context and looking at things the way it is. But I'm fucking anti-intellectuals. The people who go, well, you know, I'm arguing from the authority that I have 17. No, fuck you, pal. You know, I can't stand those kind of guys.
Just have a shirt that says, "Don't label me, bro."
You know, it's funny. Now that I'm old, like my favorite shirt is just a black T-shirt now. Like I'm Steve Jobs. I'm like, nice. I totally get it, man.
Yeah.
Like you know, like today I wore on my Stark. What's the Stark 2010 thing? The big expo they did in Universe.
Oh yeah.
I guess it is called Stark Expo, right?
Yeah.
So I have that. It says "Better Living Through Technology" on the back. It's some Scream Use thing. It's a crew gift thing. I was wearing that today, but like I'm like, I don't know. I don't need shit on the front of my shirt anymore. So what reminded me is like, yeah, I dressed like you today. I went to go see Anaconda. It was great. Have you ever seen the first Anaconda?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, imagine that, except fucking bananas funny.
Right. That's exactly what the trailer is telling me.
The trailer does what it says on the tin.
Nice.
You know, sometimes they like give away stuff or make it take all the best stuff out, make it seem better than it is. Nope. There's even shit that I will not ruin because I'm not Chris Saglisug, who ruins everything according to his shithead friends. Man, can you imagine that you're just like me? Whatever. Larry's a loudmouth. He said it for enough that, you know, I'm just sharing my enthusiasm. Yeah. And I got people to understand. I'm not spoiling shit. I'm sharing my enthusiasm. If you don't like it, fuck off. And Chris is 100. I haven't done the math, but easily 100, possibly 200% more polite than me. An equal amount of like nice. I don't. Shut the fuck up. And so Chris, his nice guy, just goes, hey, I like Superman. It was really cool. Boy, Crypto was in it. And like 5 of his friends will go, fuck you, I didn't know Superman had a dog. Chris ruins everything. And I'm like, yeah, your friends are assholes, man. And he's like, yeah, I know, just those. I'm like, fair enough. That's what I mean. The friends of yours that do that are assholes.
Yeah, I mean,
send it my way, Chris. I'll take care of it.
I tend to be the person that's like, if I have an issue or problem, I'm not going to voice it to anybody. I'm just going to like be at home like, and then eventually I get over it. And then I'm like, okay, continue.
I don't know if that sounds super healthy or very unhealthy, but either one is really, it's probably bad for your blood pressure, but good for your, you know, staying out of jail.
Everything's bad for my blood pressure.
Dude, we're not even going to talk about this movie because I haven't talked to you in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is sort of like giving people time to kind of like jump in and watch and chime in. Like, think of this as the previews, right? And then people show up and they're like, here's the main attraction.
We're standing in line to get our popcorn, man.
Yeah.
And catching up. But all right, let's go into it. But anyway, the reason I brought all that stuff up about Walker is because I was like, hey man, you want to watch this movie with me? He's like, I don't have time. Like, fair enough. And then he'd walk by every once in a while and I go, man, you're going to love this movie. This is like right up your alley. And he's like, all right. And so he comes in after about a half an hour and he sits down and he's like, catch me up. And I'm like, are you going to watch the whole thing? He goes, no, just tell me something cool. So I said, well, here's something that I noticed and I'll read from my notes. But this is because, I mean, I might have come up with this, but not as quickly. Like, I would have watched the whole movie and then thought of this and gone back and saw it. But at the time, it's because he's in the house. And all we have been doing is talking about screenplays and scripts he has written and things his friends have written and stuff that, you know, so I'm just like soaking in movies this whole holiday.
Yeah.
So I sit down and I'll watch this and it's like, yes, the title card comes up and it's SICARIO is the hitman and this is all that shit. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, I can't remember the last time I watched a movie because I hate those title cards. I think you should just make your movie, right?
Right.
And if there's something important, we'll catch up. Is it the 23rd century? Is it the 24th? Doesn't really matter. It's in the future, City of Domes. Fuck you, Logan's Run, right?
Yeah.
But this, I was like, I cannot remember the last time I watched a movie that had a title card, and it made me buy into the movie immediately.
Nice.
Right? Because
Right?
he told this story about like that meant the assassins that do something in Roman times, and the guys that are taking care of shit. But in Spanish, it means killer. You know? And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, I want to see this movie because I knew who the cast was.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro, and Emily Blunt. Yeah, give me this movie. So I'm already watching it like with my two brains in. Just entertain me. The guy who loves Armageddon thinks it's the best movie ever made. It clearly isn't. But like you just waving your beard and fucking blowing shit up, and there's a sign of Texas, I get really excited, right?
Yeah.
As a moviegoer. But then I always, I also watch, with the powers I have now, like running in the background. And that's why I really love Armageddon, because that screenplay is, except for the animal cracker scene, that stops everything dead. But it sets up the characters and the problem and the possible solution before it says directed by Michael Bay. And that's a fucking trick, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I know the Denny. I'm just gonna call him that.
Yeah.
Like we know each other, because I don't know how to say villain. I can't speak French. But I know he's a quality guy. Love Dune, love Arrival. I know the cast is quality. I'm immediately bought in. So now I'm like, well, let the one side of the movie wash over me, but the other side going, these fucking people are all on the top of their games, right?
Oh yeah.
So my first note is just that cast. But I noticed at the 20-minute mark, Del Toro says they've set some shit up. So the 20-minute thing is kind of like this magic thing to look out for. Like when I'm watching movies, I can hit whatever happens like at the 20-minute mark. Like I'll stop it. It'll be like 17 to 23 because that's how it works.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But in a like 90-minute comedy, that's the end of Act 1, right? So you've set up your characters and situations. But in a thriller, it's about the part where you get into you're still 20 minutes is you've set up the characters and situation and shit is about to go down, right?
Yeah.
But I notice I'm like, all right, I'm feeling this is about the time where something happens, and so I'm really paying attention. Del Toro says to Emily Blunt, at the end, you will understand. And so I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. And but it could be anything, right? It's just a great line.
Yeah.
And so Walker sits down and I tell him all this, and he goes, hey, I bet you $20 that the end of the movie is the two of them talking. And I'm like, no bet. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
And so then he says, well, what's the next thing you look out for? And I go, well, it's either the beginning of Act 2 or the 40-minute mark. And let's just look. And at minute 40, it's Josh Brolin going, he's yelling at her to fucking pay attention, right? She's all like, what am I doing here? And he goes, in the meantime, just sponge up, everything you see, learn. That's what you're here for. And I'm like, all right, statement of intent, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I could go through the whole movie, but now I just wanted to set up that beginning thing.
Yeah.
That there's stuff to look at.
Yeah.
And this movie is great. Anyway, so I can keep going if you want, but I could do this myself. I also want to hear what you say. So what were you thinking about at the beginning? The first 45 minutes or so.
So the weird thing about this movie, for me, I didn't get hooked until the middle of the movie.
Okay.
I'm just absorbing.
So you're Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm just watching. I'm getting to know the characters. I'm kind of just basking in it. Like
how many people have said that to you in your life, that you're Emily Blunt?
Nobody.
You didn't enjoy that enough. Yes, I am Emily Blunt. Yes. Anyway.
And
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's good. It's good. You're all right. But yeah, I'm kind of just watching the movie, and oddly enough, I wasn't able to watch the entire movie all the way through in one sitting. You know my schedule. Work.
Yeah, that's not odd. That's how you watch movies now. You're too busy.
Yeah, I tried not to, but in this case, it was one of those situations.
Taking a lot of shit, taking care of a lot of shit, a lot of balls in the air.
Dealing with Marvel Endgame, blind bag damages and stuff.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah,
that staple thing, man. That was insane.
Oh, I'll tell you more.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I ended up watching the first half of the movie kind of like last night, and then this morning I'm prepping. So I'm like, okay, because when you fall asleep to the movie, like you're trying to remember, okay, where did I leave off at?
Sure, yeah.
And
that's the last thing I remember.
Yeah, so I tried to prep it this morning, and like so that way when I come back, it's exactly where it needs to be. So like when I get home, I can just
pick it up. Yeah.
And what's crazy was that's when I got hooked. Was this morning? I ended up watching like 10 minutes. And then looking at my clock, like I gotta go to work. I can't get it. Yeah, and
that's cool. What do you think that is?
Yeah.
Is
that
the part of the movie, or is that just your brain space was in? You got some rest.
I think it's probably that. I got a little bit of rest. I think it was just a matter of like John Berthal, right? That's the scene.
That's where you were. Okay.
Yeah, for this morning. And so I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know John was in this movie. So pleasant surprise. I'm like, okay, let me watch a little bit more. Let me see what's going on here. And he's acting his ass off. He's doing great. He's really connecting with Emily Blunt. And
that was so good that I was like, hey bro, she's married, right?
yeah.
They really they had some good chemistry. That's all I'm saying. Obviously they're professional actors,
John Berthal was ready to go deep.
He and plus, didn't he look like a teenager? Like I'm just so used to him as in The Accountant and The Punisher. I don't mean a teenager, but I mean he looked 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Than just the 7 or 8 that he is.
I think what's interesting is camera angles. So I think when you first get introduced to him, like Emily's sitting down, so the camera angle is kind of like tilted. It's like at an angle where you're looking up.
Sure.
And so and then with the lighting, so he just between, he's a guy who keeps in good shape, right? So he's in great shape. The clothes that he was wearing, it really made him pop, and I think that's
a great observation. Like usually people don't really get that sometimes. It's the clothes you wear.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the lighting, everything, like the way, like that's why Denny's just such a great director, because I think there's moments where he just knows how to and yeah, it was just great. And like John's not in the movie for long, but he made a huge impact just with that performance, that scene. And then in comes Benicio, and like just another Benicio moment in this movie that I'm just like, this guy. I mean, it was neck and neck between him and Josh Brolin. Like those two guys were the best in that movie.
Agreed. I like Del Toro because he makes these weird choices, and to be fair, sometimes it doesn't work. Like I don't know why he was stuttering in Star Wars. What the fuck, man? It just didn't make it.
He wanted to be remembered. He probably was thinking like, I'm the first and maybe only stutterer in all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
He's like, and you will remember me.
It's just a weird choice. That was just the first thing I could remember, but sometimes he makes weird choices. I mean, all the times he makes weird choices, and sometimes they're amazing.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're just weird choices. And in this one, him playing so silent and quiet is not a weird choice. That's
no, it worked in his favor.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, he was great. But I don't think Josh Brolin when I think really good actors.
Yeah.
And I just 45 minutes into that movie, I was like, why is that guy not in every movie?
Yeah.
He's a really thinking man's action hero,
Oh, totally. I think this type of role is honestly where Brolin really shines the most. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a piece of him or there's a part of him that's very similar to that character, because he's very confident, very smart, and very just smug. you know.
Okay, yeah.
And like when I see moments where like he's talking, he's saying something, and then all of a sudden he just starts to smirk or he starts to smile, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like because he knows what he's doing, you
Not
know.
just that, but he's the only guy that knows what's going on, really.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
everybody has pieces of it, but he knows everything, right?
Well,
and
him and Benicio.
Yeah, no, really, you get the idea that Benicio knows everything that's going on. Like,
well, I mean, he knows everything that he chooses to want to know.
I'm not sure he knows like what the U.S. government is is not doing there. But that's what I mean. Josh Brolin for this movie, he's the guy at the top that knows where everything is going down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so every once in a while, it usually comes out when he's spanking Emily Blunt. Like you don't know what you're talking about. Just do this one thing, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, He keeps giving her advice, and it's like all you had to do was listen to him.
But I agree with you that as much as I personally think Brolin is great for that kind of thing, Benicio del Toro is there, but it's in the script, right? Yeah. It's not so much his presence, really, because he's one of those chameleon actors. He always looks like Benicio, but so it's not chameleon in like losing themselves in the role, but like spiritually, Like,
yeah,
if I met that guy in the supermarket and he was just that character, I would believe that he's not doing a bit. I would believe that's who he is, and what's that except good acting, right?
I think his acting is so good because I think he's one of those actors that's mastered how to act with his face, between the way he gives you a look. Yeah, there you go. But like, no, just like the look that he gives.
Yeah.
And his just movement, his timing. And then you throw in him speaking, so like when he's talking to Emily Blunt and he's like, you remind me of someone who was very, very dear to me.
Yeah. I can tell you just watched it.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I do kind of like watching the movies before we do this, because it's really fresh in my head.
Yeah.
Like I literally rewatched that John Berthal scene before this started.
Oh, cool.
Because like that there's only 2 scenes in this movie that I'm like, these are my favorite scenes. These are the scenes where I'm just like, I'm hooked. Like,
what's the other one?
The dinner scene.
Oh, dude, that was that I was gonna speak to that about Benicio. That one of the things I love about his character is that there's no question that he's going to do what he says he's going to do.
Yeah,
like the state trooper. That's Javier Hernandez. He played one of the SHIELD agents. Sitwell, yeah. And so when I saw him right in the beginning, I'm like, he's in it. That's cool. And then he doesn't show up for another hour.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I'm so happy it was that actor, because I would not have remembered that if it was just some guy. Right.
Yeah.
Like, but so that was the part of like that I really like the structure of this movie, and that all those threads are there in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And they are eventually woven into the thing. And it's like, I just love when that happens, because it's not a trick. It's a skill, but like once you know it, you see it happening, but it's so fucking satisfying when it works, right?
Oh yeah. Well, like I remember in one of your posts, you mentioned about like, Sheridan and his writing, and like the writing is so good. But the thing that I noticed for me personally was, all of it's good. The writing, the acting, the directing. But I think the thing that sold me the most in this movie, not necessarily the writing, but really performance and directing.
Yeah. Well, movies, right? It's 500 people all doing their job. Yeah. And when they do, you get something super entertaining, and that's what happened here. Everybody did their job.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know, and I've heard like the sequel obviously isn't as good. I do want to watch the sequel because it's Benicio.
Josh Brolin. I was like, those 2 characters doing something else. Yes, please. Yeah. And it makes sense that Emily Blunt's not there, is because she couldn't deal with the events of the first movie.
He gave her the advice.
And I hope
she's small town.
Yeah. Go move someplace where the rule of law still exists.
Yeah.
So my buddy Glenn said, I'm not going to tell any tales out of school, but he said, Taylor Sheridan just got credit, the WGA credit for that screenplay, and other people worked on it. So I that's Hollywood, right? That sometimes that happens. So with the asterisk that the writing is great, we're just going to keep saying Taylor Sheridan because we're just a couple of schmoes watching a movie, and it says written by Taylor Sheridan. If somebody got screwed and somebody's got drugs and somebody had to get WGA like arbitration, at some point I kind of don't care. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he's the guy that got credit. So that's what we're gonna say.
Speaking of writing, I found out recently, and it makes total sense. It makes total sense why I love this movie.
Because it's good, and you like good movies.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm referring to Point Break.
Oh.
James Cameron, I found out, was one of the writers on that movie, but he didn't get credit.
Yeah, I mean, script doctor stuff happens all the time.
Oh yeah, well no, but I mean, I think he said he wasn't really on there as a script doctor. It was just like he didn't quote unquote contribute enough to get, but he basically said, like, if you look at the changes in the script and the important parts of the Point Break film, like, I contributed to that. Those particular scenes is what made the movie.
Well, that movie's great. God bless you, Jim Cameron. Then thank you for your hard work. Sorry you didn't get credit. The thing about that is everybody gets paid.
Yeah.
You did the work and you got paid. Like,
oh yeah.
Now what are you talking about? You want everybody to know?
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can just get more money. Like, hey, you're not going to give me credit? All right.
He's already got so much money.
Who? Sheridan?
No, Cameron.
Jim Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, you were
just the concept of not getting credit but still doing the work.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's good, everybody finds out. So isn't that good enough for you? Like, Crimson Tide is great, but you can tell the stuff that Quentin Tarantino wrote.
Yeah.
And so does he need credit? He gets it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I love.
Well, because I think Taylor really blew up with television. So the only other reason I can think of why he wants credit is because, like, hey, I can make good movies too, And
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know anything about his career before Yellowstone.
Oh, I read an article about him. That guy worked so hard to break into film and was just rejected. And it wasn't until him doing the TV shows and then the level of success and then like the deal he made with Peacock, or is it Peacock or
Paramount?
Yeah, the deal that he made with them, and then with Yellowstone blowing up, and so now this guy, he's in a position where he's like, I can. He probably could do movies now, do more movies, but I think he's like very busy with just all the television work that he's doing.
Was he in TV before Sicario? That was 2015, right? So Yellowstone started before or after that? And like, was he even in TV?
Maybe right around the same time. Maybe around the same time, I think.
But is that what you mean when you talk television? Was there something before that? Because like I said,
well, no. So he actually started. He started as an actor.
I know that, and they told him you're always going to be 11th on the call sheet.
Yeah.
And so his wife was like, just write your own parts like that.
Yeah.
To me personally, I'm sure this has nothing to do with it, but just because Billy Bob Thornton did that with some people call it a sling blade.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody was casting him, so he wrote his own thing, and like that's kind of the thing you do in Hollywood, right? That's Sylvester Stallone and Rocky, and Robert Rodriguez, like in his $9,000.
And Tarantino.
Yeah. Well, Tarantino though.
Reservoir Dogs, man. He got the funding and made that movie.
Yeah, but like he did all the work behind the scenes. Like he was in film already, right? Like you don't get. No, I know that he was, but I mean, I'm saying it in a metaphor kind of way. In that he's at the film thing, it's just soaking up the videotape place, soaking up all that stuff. But everybody who comes in is somebody famous from Hollywood. So he's getting a film school conversation every time he's renting Gone with the Wind to Lawrence Bender or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is what happened. Like he's like, oh yeah, I got the script. Would you read it? And because Lawrence Bender talked to the guy for a year and a half getting tapes.
Well, you know about Golden Girls, right?
The TV show?
Yeah.
Well, from your you always talking about it with your sex fantasies. Yeah, I know it's a show, but what do you mean? What about it?
Well, if it weren't for Golden Girls, Quentin Tarantino never would have got the funding to make Reservoir Dogs, which landed
Oh,
the
that
career.
one I don't know. What's that about? Where'd the
So
funding?
he was one of the Elvis impersonators in an episode, maybe two episodes of Golden Girls, and he said that the residual checks that he was getting from that appearance for that small role,
Oh my God, that's insane.
he used that money to fund Reservoir Dogs.
Well, I welcome his sacrifice. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I
we
mean,
just watched Jackie Brown, me and the young man, and because he read Rum Punch, and I let him go through all the whole movie, and I'm like, hey man, QT has a movie on that. And he's like, what?
I haven't seen Jackie Brown. That was one of the movies I think we were going to do, and we swapped it or we switched it with something else.
Oh, dude, I'd watch that again right now. That movie's intense. You want to do that next time? I'll do it.
Yeah, let's do
Jackie
all right.
Brown. I'm writing it down. That means it's going to happen. Magic 8 Ball. Well, will we do that next week? What's it say? Can't read.
To be determined.
Concentrate and ask again. Well, I'm provisionally writing that down. You can change it later in the week if you want, because that movie's great, and I'll have lots to say about that. Anyway, you want me to go back to like what's at minute 60, which is like halfway through the film?
Yeah.
Don't go in the bank. She's going in the bank. Like, I thought that was going to be a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Because they made a big deal of showing her face on the security cameras. And I'm like, that's how they're going to know who she is. And there's going to be some kind of crazy drug thing. And they didn't.
And that led to the John Berthal scene.
But that's what was cool, is that, like, I thought it was going to be this violence thing. I mean, the whole movie's violent, but I meant like indiscriminate. Like, we're going to go after her, and that was going to be a subplot that he's running for her life, like on a TV show. But they were like super subtle about it.
Yeah.
And that was great.
I thought tail end of the movie, her partner was going to be
Reggie.
I thought he was going to be one of the bad guys.
Really?
Because he introduced John Berthal's character. And so after that scene, when she turns to him, she's like, I thought he was a good guy. Like, I can't believe it.
Like, that's the thing. He knew the guy from way back, and he's a cop. Why would you think he doesn't know what's going on there at all?
They're corrupt.
And yeah, but he didn't know that. And
Reggie's the one that picks the bar. She's like, I need a drink. And he's like, why are we here at this bar? He's like, it's a bar.
When he goes, I thought he was a good guy. I thought that dealt with the whole thing. I didn't think he was a bad guy at all. Mainly because literally everything he said in that movie was like John Law,
Right. But that's what would have made it a good twist.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it would have been a bad twist. I didn't think that was going to happen with that guy.
And like Josh Brolin always being that one guy one step ahead. I bet you, like if they went through with it, Josh Brolin would have been like, I had my suspicions. Like, I had a feeling, like I was waiting for.
All right, we'll just say we both are in love with Josh Brolin. You get all the good lines.
This is probably one of my favorite movies of his, and it's got to be my top 3 Josh Brolin films.
Really, better than Goonies? What, he's toiling?
Goonies might be my top 3.
Really?
Might be. It might be.
I watched that movie too late. I don't care.
I did like him in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, he's great.
He was a great kid.
He's a good actor because whatever he's in, he throws himself into it. And like, that's what you want from actors, right? There's never a time where you don't believe that his character believes what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
So,
and then what's that one movie with Javier Bardem where he's the killer?
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, that one I need to watch.
Okay. I drink your milkshake. That's all you need to know.
That is what's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Is it?
Yeah. And that
I didn't see so check it out. Chris says I didn't see Goonies until the 2000s. I didn't see the Goonies until like within the last 3 years. So Chris, I know you're at work, man. Oh, maybe not. 6:09. If you have a second, can you tell us in a couple of sentences, like what you as an adult think of Goonies? Because I hated it, and I don't want that to be me. I just thought it was dumb and cloying and stupid, and of course it is, because it's not for me, right?
It's for kids.
And I saw it way after there was any hope of me being on their side in that movie.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if Chris still has an innocent soul, or if he's a bitter jerk like I am.
I'm very fortunate. I think I watched it as a kid when I was probably in the 90s, early 90s, maybe 89,
Right.
maybe, but yeah, K-Quan.
I mean, there's good stuff in it. I just didn't care.
My favorite scene, man, because I'm a big Superman fan, and for the longest time I didn't know Richard Donner was the director of Goonies. So that was that Superman Easter egg that he has in that Goonies. I just love it when Sloth just tears open his shirt and you see the Superman shirt, and you briefly hear the Superman theme, and then you just see the surprised look on the brothers. Like like they're so afraid of him. Like, I love that.
Chris agrees with you. Yep, that too. Yeah. See, I looked at that and went, that's dumb. If Chris did that with all of his amazing Superman shirts, I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, Chris. But that's because hopefully he wouldn't be surrounded by 8 to 12-year-olds.
And the kid that played Chunk,
when he takes his shirt off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The kid that played Chunk, man, like that kid had so much potential. He was so funny. I saw him in interviews for the Goonies, and he was sharp, man. Like, he could have been a stand-up comedian. He could have been the PG version of Sam Kinison or something like that. Like, he was good.
I'm wondering, like, what a PG version of Sam Kinison would be like.
Not cussing.
Just me trying to get, chicken tenders at the deli line or something.
Just basically doing everything that Sam Kinison does, just minus the huge amounts
swearing.
of swearing. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me keep going then. Oh, minute 80 is they go see a uniform in the tunnel. He's a bandit too. So right then I knew Jasper Sitwell was getting shot.
Yeah.
And then at minute 100, right, we're getting to the end of the movie. Emily Blunt finds out about Del Toro's family.
Yeah. And
so when she sees Brolin, she's like, I'm gonna talk.
Yeah.
And
what does he do?
That would be a major mistake. Like, that's the most mad he gets the whole time. Like, he's a good time, fun guy. We're just gonna go kill some drug guys. Let's fucking go. This is great. Hey, Bob, what's happening? How's the kids?
And I think the only reason he's mad is because she punched him or slapped him, and he, kind of caught him by surprise. So he was just like, calm down.
Yeah, I don't know if he's mad about getting caught by surprise, because, she sucker punched him, which is like, everybody gets caught by a surprise. But I got the feeling he was mad about having to waste his time with this fucking nonsense.
Sure.
It's like, you signed up for this. You didn't know what was going on. You thought you could figure it out later, and you couldn't. Yeah. So you're all angry, but it should be at yourself. Like, I got that sort of out of him, right? Because he basically, like, puts his boot on her head and goes, whenever you're ready. Like, he's not trying to be like Bernthal was trying to kill her, right?
I so badly, like, it's so funny, like, when you get to the end and then you see Emily Blunt and she's on the what do you call it? You go open up the window and balcony,
like the patio. It's the lanai in Hawaii.
Yeah. So she's standing there, and then you had this like cover for the window or whatever, and you hear Benicio del Toro's face, and you see the camera, panning to, but you can't see him. Right. All you can, you're just thinking to yourself, like, the way it's being filmed, it's like, is something about to happen? Like, is he there to kill her? Is he about to kill her? And immediately in my head, I just think of, like, with all the shooting he was doing at the end of the film, I was just like making the noise in my head. I was like, like he just has like the silencer. He just,
Yeah.
So like it makes me want to do a spoof movie on Sicario, where like just mid sentence, like you have no idea, you don't think this person is going to get shot, and it's just the Benicio character just shoots him, you know, and he's just shooting everybody.
I loved when she pulls the gun on him. I don't know exactly. I was trying to keep this somewhat chronological, but when she pulls the gun on him, and he just pops her twice in the chest. He's like, "Okay, just take a breath. You're gonna be fine. I need to go do my thing. Don't fucking do that ever again." And she's like all angry about it. I guess that's right before she says she has the fight with Brolin.
Yeah, that's before the fight with Brolin.
And I love that, because that character he's got a mission.
Yep.
He's got to get the guy who killed his family. And it's really satisfying when there's a complex film like this. Yeah, you can follow one character that's like, look, I just want to get some donuts. I mean, all of Payback with Mel Gibson is that. Just give me my $70,000. Well, here, take 120. No, I just 70. I'm just owed. You're not 70.
Listening to me.
Like, people don't understand, right?
Yeah.
You know what? People are coming up to me. Actually, I just went to the comic store with Walker, and there's a couple of buddies that watch our DORK COURT stuff, and they were like, "Hey, that one you did with Randall on Payback was excellent." I'm like, "Oh, hey, thanks, man." And because I hate talking about it, because it's just like I'm getting rated on a conversation I'm having, right?
Right.
but which is weird, but at least we're entertaining folks, right? So that's funny that's probably why I brought up Payback.
Well, you know what it is like, for all of us movie fanatics, you know, it's great getting to it's connecting, you know, it's, you know, oh, you love that movie, I love that movie too, I love what you said, I love your thoughts on it, like, you know, we're on the same wavelength or whatever, or you know, it's entertaining, it's fun to hear, you know, because you never know, sometimes with your experience and your stories, and then like with some of the stuff that because I'm on social media a lot, I don't partake in social media as much as I used to because of how busy I'm working, but I'm still on it a lot. I'm still watching a lot. I'm still like absorbing all this information, and I love sharing it. I love telling people about it in case they don't know about it.
You just dropped 3 truth bombs on me about stuff I didn't know, so that's cool. That Golden Girls thing, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Okay, so wait, I think there's one more quote. Oh yeah, okay, it's the end. So right at the end, he's like, I would recommend not standing on the balconies for a while, Kate. And then she pulls a gun on him, and he's like, the whole time, like, you were making the note about like the music and situations and stuff that like builds tension, and the director's it's all him, right? Because he's just holding shots. Like, you're like, you keep waiting for something to happen, and it's like, no, it's just a nice sunset or whatever, right? And but that one, she's got the gun on him. I'm like, oh, that's why you set up these things. Don't ever pull a gun on me again. And he just kind of is like, all right, I will see you later. You know, and he turns around and just leaves. And she's like, he's like, if you want to fucking shoot me, go ahead, because I did what I was here for. Yeah. So that's why I'm really interested in the second one. My buddy Will Heiniger, he's a pretty big shot political lawyer in DC, and which is really funny because he's jealous. I've known him since college, and he's jealous I'm pals with Brad Moss. He's like, why's Brad Moss putting your Shield book on his thing? And I'm like, because we're pals. Yeah. He's like, what? Anyway, so Will says to me, have you seen the second one? I'm like, man, I just finished watching the first one. I didn't really even know that these existed. I didn't know Taylor Sheridan wrote it until the end credits, right? Yeah, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense why I like it, because I love Landman. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I really feel that Taylor Sheridan put, what's his name? Billy Bob Thornton into Landman because he wrote Sling Blade for himself. And so Sheridan knows you got to just fucking write your own shit, and you get to be where we are. If you believe you're good, man, that's going to happen. Yeah. I'm like, I hope that's true, and I hope they're buddies. Yeah.
I'm hearing, though, that apparently Billy Bob's not in season 2 for Landman.
No, that's some dumb shit that you didn't read exactly what CBR wrote.
Okay.
It's what they wrote a fucking really... That's why I hate CBR, despite having written for them for off and on for 5 years. Yeah. I wrote for Jonah. and then he sold it to a bunch of nutsacks who just turned it into nothing. So talk about, changing Twitter to X, or shitting so much on everyone that you can't sell a car anymore. It's they totally just tanked the CBR name.
Yeah.
But he fuck, what were we talking about? I got totally distracted because I was like, oh, those CBR motherfuckers. Oh, they wrote that Billy Bob is leaving Landman, right?
Yeah.
That he's not. What is happening is he's giving the Landman title. So the confusing part is they use the title of the show. The Landman's also an occupation.
Got it.
He's the guy that sells oil. So
clever.
He's now the head of the company, the second co-head of the company. So he can't be a Landman anymore. And he gives it to his 22-year-old son who's coming up. And it's kind of an over your head thing. But, you're a little too young to be in that position.
Yeah.
But because of who your dad is, you're smarter than the average bear. So it's a really interesting, subtle nuance thing that CBR does not do anymore. And they wrote it in the shittiest way possible. And I got a little miffed in a discussion with some people because I'm like, you cannot justify this because you are actively turning people off from that show.
Yeah.
Like somebody goes, oh, if Billy Bob's not in it anymore, who cares? And then you don't watch like 2 or 3 seasons until somebody tells you, oh no, what are you talking about? He's been in this whole time. And then that guy goes back and watches and everything, but he hates CBR now forever.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they do that. All it is people that like doing stuff for clicks like that makes the audience not trust you. So at some point, no one's going to trust you anymore because it says your thing is going down like that.
Well, what they're relying on is that there's enough dumb people that keep coming back, which statistically.
Do you want to just keep serving the dumb people though? Or make the dumb people smarter.
Exactly. I do think that people can evolve and then get smarter. Absolutely.
I'm just saying if you keep feeding people nonsense, it's just not, it's an idiom. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
I agree.
If you feed them cool shit, maybe the dumb people aren't going to get it, but maybe a couple will. Yeah. And then, if we're wrong, we go to jail, right? Happily. But Lanny, if we're right, everybody gets smarter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, that's why I think those guys are shitheads. I really do.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Make that a headline. Larry Young, writer of Astronauts in Trouble, former columnist of CBR, says the present CBR are run by a bunch of shitheads.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could get Rich Johnston to post that somewhere.
Yeah. Rich is like, oh, man, what am I going to write today? There's no news going on. Oh, I know. I've been keeping this in my back pocket for a minute. Bam.
So anyway, the reason I brought my friend Will, the lawyer in DC, is that he asked if you'd seen that, and I'm like, no, but I'm absolutely watching the second one because that whole payoff on the balcony, there was no payoff. She was like, okay, you said don't point a gun at him again, but then she she's a really good actress too because the whole events of the movie just play across her face, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't get that magic bit of acting.
I think she got a nomination for that movie.
Did she? Well deserved.
Yeah.
If she didn't, we can give her a Randall finally watched trophy of some kind. We'll have to come up with one now.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a gold certificate, I have right here. I'm ready to go. The gold seal that we put
nice.
On the certificate. We'll talk offline about that. Well, what Randall? Because I ever tell you when I did my mini comic way back in the day, I did a mini review zine. It was basically a website before websites were really big.
Okay.
So in '95, I did this little review zine on the train to work and back. I'd read all the comics and then I would write them on the way back and do a little thing. And then next day at work, I'd go in a little early and use the Xerox machine to make 40 copies and mail them around to Big Shots. And I don't know.
That's cool.
The payoff. I don't know. I don't know where I was going. I'm telling you, man, we had a really busy day and I didn't really eat. Okay. And so sometimes when I don't take care of myself during the day, talking with you at 6:30, I start to get a little loopy.
Turning into the Hulk.
It's not like that. It's just like, hey man,
Sleepy Hulk.
for an old man, no, I kind of lose my train of thought because
Okay.
I had 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and then I went to go see Anaconda with my kid, and then we go grocery shopping. Stopped off at Frank's and hung out there for a while. The Amazing Fantasy on 7th and Irving in San Francisco, great shop, cool conversations. Walker loves that guy, and because they talk about Spider-Man for like 45 minutes.
And why not? It's
And then
always
I
fun
come
to do
home
that.
and I do the Christmas stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like 5, and I just had 2 cups of coffee that day, and that's no way to run your life. So I guess my blood sugar is a little low.
You should carry like a protein bar or something like that with you.
Dude, my Jagger was full of protein bars and stuff. I just didn't eat it because I'm a fucking old man. I'm like, whatever. I had water, I had water all day, so I'm hydrated.
Do you take turmeric?
No, I don't do anything like that.
You should, man.
What I put turmeric in my food. What's turmeric do for you?
It's good for brain function and health, memory.
Well, maybe I should. This isn't like the cinnamon challenge where I'm supposed to just like eat a spoonful of turmeric.
I take like the supplements, like the little pills. My neurologist put me onto it because I was taking ginkgo biloba, and he's like, "No, ginkgo biloba is tough on the heart." He's like, "Just take turmeric."
All right, cool. I mean, look at this. Chris says, he's with you on turmeric. Got to take that turmeric gummies. Oh, yeah. Man, if they do that, that's more my speed. I'm not really a pill popper. I do some vitamins, but they're gummies, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just those little. Every once in a while, like I guess I had I went through a phase where I was doing all that shit, and then I was just like, man, what's in these capsules? Sawdust? Fuck that. And then I stopped doing it, and I'm like, I've just saved $100 a month. That's all I've looked at.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I didn't know if I was getting any benefits out of it. So.
Me personally, I can feel the difference.
I'll look into the turmeric. Maybe that's it, man. Maybe I got some kind of like early onset of Alzheimer's because I lose my train of thought if I don't eat. That seems like easily explainable, though.
Well, the funny thing about not eating, it's like fasting, right? And they people have different symptoms and experiences when it comes to fasting.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do that. I still kind of do the intermittent fasting thing just because of my schedule, right?
Oh, sure.
I'll eat until in the morning or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I better get a little more serious about it. Let's do that. Let's say that. Anyway, did we decide on Jackie Brown? That's easy.
Yeah, okay. Jackie Brown. It's one of the few Quentin. Let's list off the Quentin Tarantino films real quick. We got Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Jackie Brown.
Okay.
What was after Jackie Brown?
I don't know.
There's
was it Kill Bill?
Yeah, Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Okay.
Inglourious Bastards.
Yes, that's a great movie. And then Hateful Eight is after that, right? Or is there one in between?
No, Django. Django Unchained was after Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
And then Hateful Eight. And
that's the 8th one, right? I mean, that's why he did that.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Right, that's 9.
Yeah.
We're actually all waiting for his 10th one, right?
No, because he counts Kill Bill 1 and 2 as one movie.
That's what I mean. So he has 2 left? I thought
he's supposed to have 1 left, so I think I'm missing a movie. Oh, Death Proof.
Oh, of course.
I forget Death Proof.
Does that count? Because it's kind of half a movie.
It counts. No, it's not half a movie. It's a full movie. It's just part of the Grindhouse 2-movie show.
When I went to see Grindhouse, that was a 4-hour event.
Yeah. So you watched 2 movies.
Yeah. See, I was young back then. I don't even think I got up for the bathroom during that.
No? Oh, and you must have watched all the mock trailers that were in between the 2 movies, right?
Dude, I loved all of those. That's where
I haven't seen those. I need to see those.
Oh, dude. Oh, because you didn't see it in the theater, right?
No, I totally missed out.
Yeah. No, that's where Machete came from.
Yeah.
They were like, because everybody in the theater was like, yeah, we get what you're doing, but give us that movie.
Oh, yeah. Of all the mock trailers that they're like, that's the one we want to see the most.
Eli Roth did one too, I think. Wasn't it? No, I mean not even the trailer. Like his trailer, he turned into a full length movie.
Oh, I don't know.
Wasn't that the she werewolves of the SS or whatever? I thought that was a real movie.
No,
It should be.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Timmy says De Niro is fun in Jackie Brown. So when Walker and I like, yes, De Niro's great in everything, but he's fun in this. Think about that. Have you seen a movie
Like
De
Midnight
Niro
Run fun
in? Yeah, but is it fun? I don't know. He's just playing De Niro, right? I feel that way about Meet the Fuckers or whatever that's called.
Yeah.
That yeah, it's comedy and he's doing wackiness and shit.
I'm watching you.
It's not fun. He's like doing some self-parody. That's how I feel. But in Jackie Brown, he plays just this guy who's just a schlub.
Okay.
And he's kind of an idiot. And he spends half the movie stoned with Bridget Fonda sitting on a couch, which is not what you think you use Robert De Niro for.
Yeah.
And it is bananas good because of that. He's not self-parodying playing into type. He's playing 100% opposite of type. And it so works that I was like, wow, man, in the late 90s, I wish De Niro did more like I'm a fuckhead movies. Like I'm a guy that doesn't have to carry the movie. Maybe I'm selling it because I'm Robert De Niro. What are you going to do? Bobby D.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to sit here. And then I'm going to do something explosive because that's why you hired me. But then I'm going to go back to being high again.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Tarantino had De Niro in his film. And so like for many decades now, I think the two staples when it comes to like early cinema and throughout cinema today, De Niro Pacino, and so I'm wondering would Tarantino try to fit Pacino in his last movie?
I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
Don't you just get like whoever's available that fits your budget and your schedule? I mean,
when you're somebody, well, I mean, maybe not now, but when you're somebody like Tarantino, like you got so many people that want to be in your movie, and the fact that it's the last movie.
Does Pacino want to be in a Quentin Tarantino movie?
I mean, if he likes the role and he likes the script,
man, let me be in a Tarantino movie. I'll bring my own spacesuit and I'll just sit in the corner, and everyone will go, "What's that dude doing in the spacesuit?" And then I have to go on Seth Meyers and go, I just like spacesuits, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, where'd this one come from? Oh, this is my one from Armageddon. It's pretty cool. Like, really? I'm like, yeah. I wasn't eating for a long time because I could miss a meal. I had to get into the spacesuit for my boy QT. And then he's like, yeah, Larry, you're great. I fucking love you, man.
Here's the deal, Larry. Here's the deal, okay? You're going to be in spacesuit, and then you're going to walk over there, okay? And then this is what you're going to do. And then I'm going to pan over here and show some girl's feet, and then we're going to pan right back to you.
This is the best thing ever. Yes, make that happen with your magic powers, Randall.
Yeah.
That would be great. All right, what do you think? We should probably wind this up, right?
Sure.
Getting to be...
Oh, one final thought.
Yeah,
one of the things I really liked about Benicio del Toro's character, he's, in my opinion, he's like the boogeyman, right? He's this guy he's the guy that you're afraid when he shows up, he's going to kill you. That's it, right? And so it makes me think of John Wick. It's like Baba Yaga.
Yeah, but he's cooler, I think, than John Wick. Wick, the first John Wick is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But after that, they kind of just kept turning it up to 11, then 12, and 13.
Yeah, and 14. It goes up and down in waves.
But that's what I mean, is that like you can't maintain that level of frenetic energy across 6 movies or whatever they're up to now. 4, 5 if you count Ballerina, because he's in that.
Yeah.
But Del Toro is like, he is the Sicario. He is the killer, man. Yeah, don't fucking mess with you. That guy's a great actor.
I had a wife.
I love
watching
everybody in that movie. Everybody, even to the bit parts, they brought it.
Yeah.
Like the Delta Force guy who like is like, oh, don't just fucking sit there to Emily Brown, the bald guy with a giant mustache.
Put your guns on safety. You're like, I don't want you shooting any of my guys.
Yeah. Like that guy had like 3 lines and that was a well-defined part to me because he was a good actor.
Had to do a shout out for Victor Garber.
Oh yeah.
What's interesting is, and I forgot, I wanted to bring this up to you. When you see him, there's a couple times you see him, right?
Mhm.
If you look closely at his face, like around his forehead,
yeah, he's got the thing, yeah.
Well, like no, it looks like he got roughed up.
Yeah, he has like the first time you see him, he's got an impact. And the second time it's like a little better, and the third time it's almost healed. And I was like, oh, dude, what is that?
Exactly. Well, that not even that, but like in the beginning of the movie, he turned to Emily Blunt and he's like, "We can't give you an order. You have to volunteer.
Right.
I strongly suggest you think about it."
Right.
You know, it's basically him trying to tell her, like, don't do this.
No, I know, but it's because he was on a mission or something and got fucked up, right? I mean,
I don't know.
Get that like bump in his head getting milk out of the fridge.
Could Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro roughed him up a little bit?
Maybe somebody inside roughed him up to make him do this. Yeah.
Another thing too, and this is going to go back to the John Berthal scene when they're interrogating him in the car. I love like the camera angle because you're looking at Josh Brolin's reflection in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
And he just has that look in his eyes, like I'm the one that gets to decide. You know, like I decide whether you go to this prison or you go to that
nice prison or the death prison.
Yeah, and just the sheer like he looked excited. You know. Like,
yeah. I like that scene just because they said to Bernthal, like, you know, you're all right. The best thing about you being like fucked up already is that people aren't going to notice a couple more. You know?
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to.
That was great.
Yeah, they're not going to complain about the scratches, like the stuff. You know, like we're beating you to a pulp. Like they're not going to be able to figure out that we added a little bit more.
All right. Well, I was winding it up and everybody split. So. There's a couple of guys kicking out, but like I'm sure Chris is still here, so thank you, Chris. It's always cool hanging out with you. Like, man, I wish I don't know. I'll get with you later because like sometimes I'm just like, Chris, why don't you come on for like about 20 minutes and tell us what you think?
Yeah.
Like, maybe, and then this I did throw this up. Maybe Timmy wants to get on and talk about Jackie Brown next week. I don't know. Well. It was a thing I was thinking about. Get like 4 or 5 people, and I'll just rap.
Yeah, man.
If somebody likes the movie, if you don't care, I can do that on the fly. That's no big deal.
Well, yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, man. You're the host. You're the showrunner here.
I'm just this crazy guy that interrupts you while you're trying to make a point. I'm just really I get enthusiastic about shit, and I just turn into a like 15-year-old. It's good hanging out with you, man, and I really appreciate what you're saying. So then I want to like throw in, and it's like, oh, he wasn't done with his thought, and I haven't finished mine, and now I look like an idiot. Better take some turmeric.
I'm the same way. Like I have a very good buddy of mine, Frank, and occasionally he'll be like, "There you go, man, you interrupted me again." And every time I go and I'll either like tap his shoulder or grab him and be like, "Sorry, dude, I'm so sorry." Just I'm the type of person like I have that thought, and if I don't get it out, it will disappear. You know,
well, when you're enthusiastic, right?
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this is really fun and entertaining, and let's have some back and forth. And then I jump the gun. So I'm trying to work on it, and you're really cool about it. You just go, okay, Larry. Maybe I must have said this. Maybe he calls it like that. Like I'm on a canoe, and I'm out there, and I will eventually come back, and they're just going to sit there and wait until I come back. And okay, because I'm off on some event.
Yeah, no, there's a couple times where you're like, just enjoy the ride, Randall. Just let me finish and enjoy the ride. And so, like, I think there's been a couple times where, like, I think I said something, and then, like, I think you paused or you gave me a look, and I was like, oh, let me just get on the canoe here.
Well, I have to say, you're very kind about that because I know it's self-indulgent of me to do that. But I'm working on it. That's all I can say. I'm working on it.
You know what?
Try not to do that.
You are perfect the way you are.
God bless you. All right, man. So Jackie Brown next week. That'll be a blast. We can talk about blaxploitation for an hour and then go, yeah, and Jackie Brown was great. See ya.
Yeah. Like, this may be the only Quentin Tarantino movie left that I need to watch.
You've seen them all except that one.
I'm pretty sure I've seen them all, yeah.
Well, dude, you want to do this tomorrow? Like, watch Jackie Brown and we'll talk about it right now.
Man, I can't.
Of course I'm teasing. See you next Wednesday, right?
All right, man. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Randall. That was a blast.
Oh, and what took me so long to watch Sicario?
I know, really.